Even before George Zimmerman's trial ended, conservative fearmongers were hard at work stoking the race riot embers. On his Infowars.com site, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones was quick to isolate 21 violent and racially charged tweets as representative of what the African-American community could do as a whole in the event that there's not a guilty verdict. Tweets like, "Trayvon Martin needs justice. Give me the pistol. I'll kill Zimmerman myself." Or, "If Zimmerman win, I'm going to go kill a white kid by mistake." To Jones, the handful of 140-character social media events is proof that, quote, there is the possibility of mob violence and riots with no shortage of violent thugs willing to participate. And that's a big part of the problem. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. These tweets are wrong. But it's not a desire to riot that fueled these tweets, but rather a sense that justice will once again be denied. So, Touré, I want to ask you about that. There's a lovely piece on MSNBC.com right now by Tremaine Lee, who's been reporting on this from the beginning, in which he talks about the neighborhood, 13th Street, Goldsboro neighborhood, right there in Sanford, where people are going to be waiting together to hear what the verdict is. And it gives such a sense that whatever people's emotions are going to be here, it's not just about Zimmerman and Martin, it's about this long-standing sense of injustice in this community.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously I think the expectations for riots are nationwide, that we might rip up, 30 Rock. And
yeah, they took the crowbar away.
Yeah, we need to take crowbar away from you. I know, and I appreciated that that prop that you were doing, but you're doing laughing to keep from crying, right? Because there's this expectation of violence from us, which goes back to slavery, that we must keep them under control in any way possible. They are 3/5 of a human. They are animals. They might explode in violence at any moment. And as your friend, Nerdland friend Blair Kelly pointed out to me on email, as you pointed out in the opening, violence in terms of riots has been used against the black community far more often throughout history than we have used it. So, I mean, this idea that we're just going to explode if we don't get this verdict that many of us don't expect to go our way is absurd and ahistorical and insulting. And this is racism, this expectation of violence. And this is what George Zimmerman applied to Trayvon Martin in the dark. Well, he surely will be violent. He is planning violence. He's a burglar. He's going to get us. I must stop him. And here, O'Reilly and these other lunatics come in to say, well, all of you are the same.
Yeah, and that sense of the vulnerability of, because what that makes me think is, okay, then I want all of my black male loved ones to stay inside after the verdict, not so much because I think they're going to riot, but because if there's this expectation laid across us out there, then they become vulnerable in public space in just the same ways that Trayvon Martin was vulnerable walking home. But